Hey guys, I just really wanted to include this little clip in. I am so sorry that I have not uploaded this a lot longer ago. I don't know, like I just got really caught up in school and projects and finals and the surgery, and I just had a lot going on. But now that it's summer, I can edit it. Obviously it's going up, and then I'm able to do a lot more videos now that I don't have like any commitments. So look out for new videos. I'm so sorry that it took forever, but I just wanted to let you know what's going on, and thank you so much for watching and staying on my channel while I was figuring out school and the end of school. Again, like you guys, a lot of you are going into college, right? Like this is your summer right before college, so if you have any questions or any videos you want me to do to help you for your college experience, just let me know in the comments below, and let's get back to the video. Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. If this is the first time you're seeing me, hi, my name is Tara and this is my channel. I make videos on my college life, how to help you into college stuff. So I have today my roommate with me.
Hi y'all.
And this is the video a lot of you guys have been waiting for. You guys have been sending in your questions, and so we're doing the UCI/college Q&A. So I took your questions from YouTube and Instagram, and I picked some out, and we're gonna go ahead and answer them. Jackie Laz asks, do students use bikes on campus? The unfortunate thing about UCI is that the main area in which you walk to get to class is like the main circle. Bikes and skateboards are prohibited, and we have a pretty strict like security and police here, so you will most likely get fined or ticketed.
Yes.
I mean, some people still bring, like, a lot of people use skateboards more than bikes here, I would say, because it's easier to like get off and pretend like you're not actually doing it. Some people do bike on the other areas. I mean, if you live across, like if you live in another apartment area or whatever and you need a bike to get to school, like that's good, but biking around school,
it's too packed anyways. Do you perhaps know what the difference between Mesa Court and Mesa Court Towers is? Well, we live in a hall, so it's more like, I guess, homey.
In the Mesa Court, regular
in the Mesa Court, yeah, because you have your own suites and it's a little bit more.
It's like there's like hallways and rooms, and so it's a little bit more secluded in a sense, and like how your room is positioned within the hall.
Yeah, and in the towers, it's just like one straight like hallway. You guys can see everyone. Like it's not like us where you have your own little suite with other people, but in the Mesa Court Towers, it's just one straight hall, and all the rooms are right across each other. You guys can all see each other.
Also, in the towers, your bedroom options are only like a triple or a quad, whereas here you have single, double, and there might be some triples in a different Mesa Court. I can't say that for sure, but just for the area we are, like a lot of it's singles and doubles. Oh, also there's more storage in the old Mesa Court. Like if you're big about bringing a ton of stuff, like we brought a ton of things, so we like the storage. You don't get as much in the towers. So Alyssa B asks, so she's asking about changing my major. We both changed our majors and at different times, so we'll give you like a little insight. So for me, I changed mine at orientation, which is probably the easiest, cleanest major change you can do. Yeah, do that. Like it's like this is the best time to change your major because they're very like understanding and welcoming and the switching of the process, and it's so easy. So I came in as business, and I realized that like even though I had prepared for business for much of my life, and if you check out my other videos, I talked about me doing business, so I haven't really told any of you like what my major is now. But at orientation, I just realized like I'm spending so much money here and I need to be doing what I want to do, like what I'm passionate about. So basically at orientation, what they do is you're in a certain school of like there's social sciences, sociology, business, humanities, bio, like there's so many. So you're in a school and then there's a bunch of majors in them. So what you do is like when you're at orientation, they'll say you can switch school, like most of them, not arts and business, you can't switch into those, but you can just like walk with that group when they go and talk about more about your major. So I just went with social sciences. I first put myself with business econ because I was doing business prior, and then I was at the end of them talking about the other majors, I decided to switch to social policy and public service. You basically go up and tell your person that's talking about your like school, and you say, hey, I want to change my major. They'll say, okay, got it. And when they help you sign up for classes, they'll give you a cheat sheet on what you need to sign up for classes for, and they'll change it for you. So it's very easy in that way.
Simple.
Yeah, so maze is a little different.
Really difficult. Well, it's not really difficult, but it takes a little bit more time. So right now I'm an undeclared physical science major. And me not knowing what the heck I got myself into, I just stayed into it, and by the time I wanted to change orientation, it was too late. So now I want to major in psychology and social behavior. And so in order to change into that major, you have to take the prereqs, which is the psychology series A, B, and C. So you need to get a 2.5 in those series altogether, and you can take them out of order because everything is like accumulating.
And you would definitely, like, if you're thinking about it, go talk to your academic counselor, and they'll help you build a plan on transferring majors. Because you do have to complete a certain amount of classes, like you said. It's also different per major. It could be even more, could be less, but that's about average. About what you need to do is the prereqs. But if you do have some idea in mind of changing your major, do it at orientation. Like, it'll be your easiest switch.
Janelle Lozano. I'm currently in high school, but what do you suggest that I do or take to stand out and get into schools such as UC Berkeley or UCI? Definitely get good grades to get a good SAT score, but nowadays colleges and UCs aren't looking just for those. Get involved in extracurriculars and do lots of volunteer hours. If you can find internships over the summer or over the year, definitely recommend doing that, because that's something that I didn't do. And that's something that a lot of people who are in the campus honors program here, that's what they did.
For like things for Berkeley and stuff that differentiate from UCI is a little bit more of like a middle UC, which accepts like some people a little higher, some people a little lower. For Berkeley, I have a lot of friends that go to Berkeley. I've had family that go to Berkeley. They focus a little bit more on the grade aspect, and especially your like test scores. So you need to have like a higher SAT, higher like ACT, whatever. That's gonna like help, along with like 4.4-ish maybe average, at least 4 point, like a little, they'll go a little under, a little over, but around that range. Really good SAT scores, and at least a few really good commitments with extracurricular. But if you have that and a good personal statement, good personal statements, Berkeley has letter of recs, I think, as well too, so really good letter of recs, and you should be good. UCI, just do well in school and at least be a little bit involved, and you should be able to get in. So they don't have the bar super high like Berkeley, but yeah, that's what you need to do. So Jackie Laz again asked, what are some fun things you do at UCI? So we'll just tell you some of the things we're involved in, because I think we just like joined stuff. But we joined different things. So I joined a sorority. I joined Gamma Phi Beta. I know I'm like wearing a different, like I'm wearing a fraternity arrest shirt today, I guess. But I just bought one. Yeah, so that has like helped me meet new people, have fun, and events and everything. And I know some of you have asked me to do videos more about my sorority life, recruitment, all that things, and that will be coming soon. But that's like, I was super involved in high school. I didn't want to be like too much involved in my first year, so I just kind of did Greek life.
For me, I was super involved in high school too, and I'm super involved here too, but not to the max. So I have a job, Starbucks. The hours are great, but other than that, I do play intramural volleyball at the ARC, and basically for you to make a team, you just need to grab 6 or more people or 4 more people, and then you just sign up, and then you pay a fee every quarter, which I pay $15 a quarter, so not that bad. And then you play games with other teams. And then I'm also in a church club called Liwanag, and that's once a week. I work all week, and then I have church club on Tuesdays, and then I have intramural volleyball on Wednesday nights.
There are a lot of clubs that you said, and when you come here, or if you've been here, there's welcome week at the beginning of fall quarter. Ton of clubs are out there. You can sign up, whatever. Like, there's a bunch of things. Like, okay, like I feel like UCI is very known for having a lot of clubs like out on campus all the time. So on our ring road, which is the main part in the front of our like circle of campus, like clubs are always trying to sell you food, trying to get you to be like part of something. But there's like a ton. I would just say clubs is the funnest
Clubs.
thing. Most people leave on the weekend. We're pretty like near Disney. I have a Disneyland pass. We're near the beach, 10 minutes away.
Yes.
So like, I guess for fun, I mean, we have a lot around Irvine. Maybe not Irvine itself, but like around it.
Food places
Good
are
food.
great.
So Myra asked, oh, we have a Myra in our hall.
Yes.
Okay. Myra asked about like the benefits of Middle Earth / Mesa Court, and she's coming here this fall. So welcome to the Anteaters.
You see us, shout out.
Hey. But basically for Mesa Court and Middle Earth is located more right in campus, not like in the center, like off the side. That's what I thought when I first came here. I thought it was the center. Our park is in the center of our campus, but it's really close to engineering and the social sciences / business.
You're more on campus. You're along Ring Road, so you just need to like walk out your door and like whoop.
And with that, though, the rooms are smaller, but it's a lot more crowded. The feeling, I would say, to me was like a little less homey. It's a little bit more like, I don't know,
Those
structural. It has like tile and like older doors. It was like Mesa's a little bit newer than Middle Earth. A little bit more modern, I guess. But yeah, but Middle Earth, you are closer to a lot more things. Mesa, you are a little bit further to walk, and before, like, I would probably be like, but they just put this brand new bridge this year connecting Mesa to the student center, so you don't have to walk up like 20 million steps to get onto campus. And I think that has like sold me so much, because all you have to do is walk to the student center, walk across this bridge like 2 minutes, and you're in Mesa Court. And so it kind of creates a little separation of like school to like where you're living. And it gives you a little bit like of a break time, so you don't feel like you're always like in school.
Jockey mug. What are the teachers like? That is actually very
I feel like it switches.
It depends on what you have.
You can get good and bad professors. I've definitely had my share of both this year. Rate My Professor is like your holy grail. I know it sucks because UCI doesn't have everybody on Rate My Professor. Like, I've gone on there and like they're not there, but that is like the holy grail of like whether or not that professor, and like most of the time it's accurate. I have to say that one time, like for me, I just didn't have that great of a relationship with that professor, even though they had really good reviews. But I mean, like, Rate My Professor is a really, really good tool. I would say most of the time, okay, I want to say that a lot of people have problems with professors in like more like sciences, not like the social sciences, but like ICS, physical sciences, like chem. I would say those are the most problem areas if you're looking at like your major. But I do hear there's also it depends on when you take those classes, so just be aware of like there are certain professors that people love and certain professors people hate, especially in that area. Good to know. But I mean, like, I've had like an amazing professor who has like already offered a letter of rec for me. But I've also had like professors that just do not cooperate with you. So it's a good balance in a sense, but I definitely suggest that you look out and make sure, like, see how many resources, ask around about professors, because I do think it's important to have a good professor for your class. Melody Hernandez asked if the towers have doubles, and that is a sad no. The only doubles are in Mesa and in Middle Earth.
Atlas Nine Tails asked, I would like to know about your opinion on the community at UCI. Other than that, I would just like to say that I love your videos and I'm looking forward to seeing more. The community is absolutely amazing. I love the campus here because it's really green and it's big. It's maybe not as big as UCLA or UC Berkeley, but it's the campus is based on a whole circle. You can never get lost, really. Other than that, there's lots of things to do. You can just cross the bridge and you can go eat with your friends.
Oh yeah, we have a really great town center. Lots of really good food. Highly recommend.
Yes, there's a Trader Joe's.
We're getting a Target.
Yes,
oh my god, that's exciting.
It's just, you have nothing to worry about. Everybody's welcoming here and it's very diverse, so you don't have to feel like, oh, I'm such a minority or this and that. Like, it's very diverse. You can see a lot of different ethnicities and stuff. It's great.
I would say UCI is a very quiet community. They're not very boastful. They're very polite in a sense, because I know I have friends that go to different UCs, and definitely their life is a little bit different about how people act. I know like there's the pages of like the meme pages of like the different UCs, and ours are very sad memes because we're just very nice to each other. Like on our pages, if someone loses an ID, like we'll put it up there like, hey, someone lost their ID, hey, someone lost their wallet, their water bottle, their earphones, like anything. And I know like so Berkeley has some and UCLA has some like hardcore memes that like
you're not gonna find us on those.
No, I mean, like, I know they've challenged us to stuff, and we just never replied because we're, like, you say it's very, like, quiet and, very polite in a sense. Like, people mind their own business, and it's not, like, a very, I would say, it's not super engaging with, like, campus life. It is kind of a commuter school in a sense, because once weekends hit, it's empty here. Like, it is so quiet and it's so empty. So just keep that in mind too if you're really about like weekend party life. UCI does have party life, but it usually happens during the week rather than the weekends.
It's during the week.
Elmarie Makeup basically is asking about whether she should do towers or the older buildings. So for me, I feel like it's up to personal preference. Like, if you're more into the modern sleek look, then obviously, I mean, I am as well, but like, that would be more towards towers. But I really wanted a double. Like, I just wanted to have one other roommate, and you get a ton of storage. I like that here. We're right next to the bridge, so we have really great location. It's not even that far to go to our like commons or food commons area. You know, I think I like where I am. I like being in the older buildings, but I do think that the towers are a very cool place, and they have very nice things that we don't have, and you get some really pretty views, and it's very aesthetic. But you also have soundproof walls there, which we don't have here.
Yeah, that's true.
But I just like the overall feel. It feels more like, they said the towers feels more like a hotel. This feels more like a home. Yeah. So it's whatever you're looking for. I preferred it here, having my own, like, I mean, we get a ton of space. You guys saw in the room tour. So I just like this one better, in my opinion. But I do think the towers are very cool. Manuel Tarra, sorry, I'm like probably really butchering your last name. Taryn asked about the reduced double rooms. I've definitely heard of them, and I was definitely scared about getting one coming here because they did threaten us when coming here that they accepted too many freshmen, so we might have 3 people living in a double or 4 people living in a triple. And I was like, I don't know if it's gonna work, but I think a lot of people, because of the expense of living here, which is a bit expensive in my opinion, a lot of them decided to live like off campus or in a different housing option, so we never had to have that problem. But I have heard where they converted study rooms into doubles. I have seen like, I don't know, I feel like each Mesa dorm is different because I'll look across and like people have different storage options than us. They have like cubbies and like
we have a lot of storage. We got the good one. And we have a lot of room here. I've been to other ones and like they only have like half of our closet and half of our space. Claire D. Okay, I have a question. I have been a straight A student for as long as I can remember, but this year, first semester has been a bit bad for me concerning academics. I am in 9th grade. I am not American, therefore I literally have no clue how GPA is calculated. By the time I go in grade 12, will my average grades from 9th grade first semester really matter? Can I still make it to an Ivy League if I keep straight A's during year 10 and 11 and 12? Please help. Do I have a lot of extracurriculars? Or I do have a lot of extracurriculars, and I haven't published in licensed newspapers. Oh, Claire. Well, you seem like you're doing okay right now. Honestly, your whole high school life does matter. Your grades, everything in high school does matter when getting into an Ivy League school. But I personally applied to Ivy League schools and I had pretty good grades, but I think they really look into what you do for the community aside from having really great grades and test scores. So I think if it's with grades and you have too many extracurriculars, you should maybe let go of some of your extracurriculars and focus a little bit more on your grades, especially your junior year, because junior year dictates a lot for you. My mistake was I focused more on my extracurriculars rather than my grades, so make sure to put your academics first. And if you need to let 1 or 2 of your extracurriculars go for it, and you can always volunteer somewhere elsewhere so they can see that you still put in time somewhere else?
Yeah, I would have to say like probably academics for Ivy Leagues is like the most important. Of course, they do want you to be involved, which I mentioned in my Ivy League video. If you can balance your academics with it, like do as much as you can with extracurricular. But I feel like one thing that really distinguishes Ivy Leagues from other schools is they pay a high amount of attention to your test scores. So make sure if you do the SAT, don't forget to do the subject test. ACT, like you want to be very, very high scoring with a very good GPA, and especially your personal statements and your letter of recommendation. They play a very vital part in your partake in getting into an Ivy League. Of course, like you want to make sure that you are involved in extracurricular, but also like make sure that your grades are on point and your test scores are on point. In the sense about 9th grade, I was always that person that believed that 9th grade was always very important, and I never threw away my like academics or like how I did, because a lot of people do. And because a lot of people do, they look out for the people that did try in 9th grade. So of course, like do your best, do what you can. But I do think that when it comes down to it and they have two people and they say, okay, well, they're about the same, but this person did really well in 9th grade and this person didn't, they're obviously going to choose the person that did well their whole high school career. I mean, it is a case-by-case situation. I know many people have commented about that to me, and I do understand that, but also like just on basic statistics, like you want to put yourself in the best percentile where you have the highest chance of getting in, other than external reasons why. So just make sure that like all your pieces are together, make sure your deadlines are together, really work hard for the Ivy Leagues. And if you have things that you're passionate for, like definitely go for that, because I remember in my interviews for the Ivy Leagues, like they really looked at and they really appreciated passion for things that you had. And I think that is it for the questions. So thank you for joining us on the UCI/College Q&A. Go ahead and check out my other videos. They're very helpful. People like them. I will be answering your questions from here on now out instead of just like not responding for this video. So yeah, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next time.